morning, world. I am Judy, your web based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida, in New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about the 5 step listening process because we often talk about how important it is to listen, how important listening is in a conversation or in communication, but we don't talk about how to better listen as much as we should. So that's what we're going to talk about today. A 5 step listening process, 5 things you can do. But before I jump in, I want to take a moment and say if you are subscribed, thank you so very much for being a part of our world. If you are not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button below so that you can become a part of our world. And remember to tick the bell so that you're notified when I post new stuff so you don't miss anything. And if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all the different places where you can get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay. The first step is set your intent. Prior to even engaging or beginning a conversation or engaging in any type of communication, set your intent. Decide what it is that you want to achieve, what it is that you want to convey in that conversation. When you start speaking to that person, when you start engaging in that conversation, what do you want to get out of it? What do you want to be? What do you want to be the what you take away from the conversation? And of course, what do you want the other party to take away from the conversation? Make sure that you even before you get into the conversation, make that decision because if you can set an intent, then your actions will be guided by the intention. Whatever it is that you want to get out of that conversation, your actions will be motivated by that. If you're talking to someone and they're supposed to be teaching you something, then if your intention is to learn, then you're more motivated to take the time and listen. You're more motivated to pay attention. If your intention is to say certain things or is to help the person understand certain things, then you're more motivated to listen to what they have to say so that you could figure out how to best make your point, how to best make your message clear to them. So, first, set your intent. 2, hear. It's one thing to we often hear that they say people start conversations and when they listen so that they can respond. The time that the person's mouth is not moving is a time that the person is figuring out or getting ready to or waiting for their chance to give their response. It's not really time that is spent listening. Take the time and listen and just hear the words, hear what the person speaking to you is saying. Whether that is your partner, whether that is your child, whomever it is, take the time and hear the person out. Just hear the words. Just let the words come in, and your only task, your only goal, the only thing you're doing at that moment should just be listening and just hearing and letting the words come through your ears and into your brain. Just take the time and hear. That's it, nothing else. Just hearing the words. Once you've heard the words, then take the time and process. You've heard what the person said. Now process it. What does it mean to you? What do you believe it means? What do you think, what do you think about it? What do you think that this person what is this person trying to convey? How does this impact you? Go through and process and ask, and whatever questions you may have, whatever thoughts, whatever issues you may have. And if you do need to ask questions, ask questions. Questions are a good are a good way to help us gather information. So take the time and process the information that you heard, making sure that you understand whatever it is that the person was saying, making sure that you fully took in the words, and now it's not just the words that you were listening to, but now it's words that you're how those words will be impacted or will impact your life, how those words will impact the next thing that you're going to do, the next thing that you're going to say. And of course, the next thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be responding. So you need to start. Once you process, the next step is to formulate a response. How do I want to come off? What do I want to say? What do I want to express? After what this person just said, what do I want to convey to them? What do I want to get? What do I want my response to that person to be? Take your time and formulate a response and really decide, hey, this is the message I want to share. This is what I want to put back out after what I just heard. This is what I want to say. Formulate a response. Formulate a response that represents you and represents the way you want to present into the world. And then, yes, respond. Let the person know, hey, yes, based on what you said, this is what I think. This is what I feel. This is what I believe. This is my response. This is where I am with what you just said. But you can, once you've taken the time, you heard what they said, you processed it and figured out what it means to you and what it means to what you're going to do. And then you took the time and formulated a response. Now it's your turn to share the response. Whatever it is, whatever your response is. Maybe the response is a simple yes or no. But now that you've had the time to really think it through, process it, and formulate your response, you can share it. And of course, the other thing I always want people to remember is that when it's your turn to speak, then the person who was the speaker at the beginning now gets to be the listener, and they get to do the same thing for you. They get to take the time and figure out, and listen to you and hear you and give you time to, say your piece. Let's do a quick recap. One, first step is set your intent. Decide what you want to get out of it, what you want to convey, what you want to take in, all that. Two, hear. Take a moment and do nothing but just hear the words that are coming. Hear the words that person is attempting or that person is sharing with you. Just take your time, hear those words. Once you've heard them, process them. Figure out what they means to you. What exactly is being asked? What exactly are you being asked to do? What exactly is the person attempting to tell you? What do they want out of you? Then you process it, formulate your response. What do you want to say? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go with that based on what you've processed, what you understand when you process what you understood what they said to be, then now you can formulate a response that represents who you are and how you want to present to the world. And of course, once you've done that, respond. Just tell them, hey, this is my thought. This is where I am. This is what I feel. This is whatever. But once you've had the chance to process and formulate your response, then yeah, it is perfectly time to respond. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need the help, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.